Okay guys, in this tutorial, in this screencast, we are going to talk about how to create rabbet joints within Onshape. And you'll notice that all of my wood joinery videos, so my miter joint and butt joint videos, they are all under my wood joinery folders here. So that's helping me stay organized in Onshape. If you haven't created folders yet, you need to do so to help you stay organized. So again, in this screencast, we're going to talk about how to create rabbet joints within Onshape. So within my wood joinery folder, I'm going to hit create documents to create my document. So create document, and I'm going to title it rabbet joint. And then in the document screen, or inside the document, you notice you have your document toolbar up top. You have your feature tools right below it. You have your planes on the left-hand side. You have your view cube on the right-hand side, and you have your drawing planes in the center of your screen. The first side, or the first part of our box outline that we're going to draw, is the front and back. So to rename the part studio, I'm going to come down here. I'm going to right-click and hit rename, and I'm going to call it front and back. To create my sketch on the front view, I'm going to hit sketch, and then I'm going to hit front. And I'm also going to hide my top and right side by clicking on the eyeball in this in these options right here. So I've created my sketch. To view it, all right, from straight on, I'm going to right click and hit view normal to sketch plane. And I'm going to use my rectangle tool to draw my front and back. So I'm going to come up to my rectangle tool. I'm going to start from the origin, and I'm going to make this 8 inches long, and I'm going to make this 3 inches in height. I know my sketch is complete because the area is shaded gray, so I can go ahead and finish my sketch by clicking on the green check mark. And I want to view it isometrically by right-clicking and then hit isometric. And I want to extrude this region by clicking on extrude and then clicking on this region that I just sketched. And I want to extrude it 3/4 of an inch, or 0.75. When I'm finished with that, I'm going to hit the green check. And you'll notice now that my front and back sides of my box outline has depth. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw my rabbet joints, and my rabbet joints are going to be at the ends, at both ends of my front and back. So to do that, I'm going to hit sketch, and I'm going to create a sketch on this plane that I just drew, and I'm going to right click and hit view normal to sketch plane. I'm going to hide my front view so I don't get confused. And I'm going to zoom in, and I'm going to use my rectangle tool again. And I'm going to start from this bottom corner. I'm going to come all the way up to the top and then come over. And since your piece is 3/4 of an inch thick, your rabbet joints are typically half the size of the thickness. So in this case, it's going to be 3/8. If you don't know 3/8 as a decimal, don't worry, just type in 3 divided by 8. And it will change it in the decimal form. We want it 3 inches tall. And now for some reason, Onshape does not like us drawing rectangles from corners. So the way to fix it, alright, since this is red, the way to fix it is you click on one line, you delete it, and then you take your line tool and you connect the points again, and your sketch is now solved. So very similar to what we talked about in miter joints, I can redraw this rectangle on this side, or I can mirror it. To mirror, you take your line tool, you hover over the bottom until you get to the midpoint. Draw your line up and then hit escape, and then select the mirror tool. Select the mirror line, which is the line we just drew, and then select the entities to be mirrored. You can select multiple entities. So I'm selecting this line, and you can see them appear on the other side of my front piece. Once they're all selected, I hit escape, and then I can delete this mirror line here. And now this sketch is complete, so I click on the green check to finish the sketch. I'm going to view it isometrically, and now I'm going to extrude both of these rectangles to remove inside of the front view, and I'll show you what I mean. So I hit extrude. I'm going to click on this rectangle and this rectangle. Instead of adding, I want to remove, so I hit remove. And then, like I said, our rabbet joints are typically half of the thickness of our piece. So our piece is 3/4 of an inch thick. So we want to remove 3/8 of an inch. And you can type in 3 divided by 8 or 3/8 and hit enter. And you can see a little preview of it. When you're done, just hit the green check. And you can see that I have both rabbets drawn. To get back to isometric, just right click isometric. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw my right and left sides. To do that, I'm going to come down to insert new element, create part studio. I'm going to right click, hit rename, and I'm going to name it right and left. I'm going to do my sketches on this part studio on the right view, or the right plane, so I'm going to hit sketch. I'm going to select the right plane, and I'm going to hide the top and front views. Once I do that, I'm going to right click, hit view normal to sketch plane, and I'm also going to use my rectangle tool again, start from the origin, but this time I'm going to make this 5 inches long and 3 inches high. Alright, once I know that I'm done, that I've finished my sketch, alright, it should be shaded gray. If it is, you can finish your sketch by selecting the green check and then view it isometrically by right clicking and then isometric. We need to extrude our sketch, so we're going to hit extrude, click on the face to extrude, and then we're going to extrude it by 3/4 of an inch, 0.75. Once you're finished that, hit the green check. And then very similar to the front and back, we need to create a sketch on the face that we just extruded, alright, to create our rabbet joints. So we're going to hit sketch, and then select the face that you just extruded. And then right click, view normal to sketch plane. And you're going to hide your right side view, alright, so you don't get confused. Just like our front and back, we're going to select our rectangle tool. We're going to start from the bottom corner, go all the way up to the top, and then move it over. Alright, again, your rabbet joints are usually half of the thickness of your piece. So in this case, it's 3/8 of an inch. And then it's going to be 3 inches high. And again, it does not like drawing a rectangle from the corner, so we're going to select a line, hit delete, and then redraw that line by selecting the line tool and then connecting the 2 points. Again, I don't know why it doesn't like it, but that's sort of the easiest way to troubleshoot and to solve that sketch. Once you have your rectangle drawn, all right, we're going to mirror it by selecting our line tool, hovering over the bottom till we get to the midpoint. And using this line as our reference point, we're going to select the mirror tool. And this is our mirror line. And then these are our entities that we want to be mirrored, So we click on all of those entities. Alright, and we are now finished, so we're going to hit escape to get out of the mirror tool. We're going to select this line to delete it. And it looks like this sketch is done and finished, so we're going to hit the green check. And then we want to view it isometrically by right-clicking and isometric. And then we want to extrude both of our ends, alright, and we want to remove them 3/8 of an inch. So we're going to hit extrude. We're going to click on both of our ends. And instead of it being add, we want to remove. And again, rabbet joints are half of the thickness, right, which in this case is going to be 3/8. and it gives you a little preview. It looks good. So we're going to confirm by hitting the green check. And the only thing left that we have to do is we need to change the color of this part so we can distinguish between the front and back and right and left. So to do that, I'm going to right click on the part, edit appearance, and then I'm going to make it yellow. And then to confirm, I'm going to select the green check, and now we can distinguish between the different parts. Next, we're going to assemble all of our parts, and we're going to go over to the Assembly tab. And I'm going to insert my front first by going to Insert. I'm going to select Front. Again, I'm clicking once to select and then another time to place. Once I've done that, I'm going to confirm that. And then I need to fix this so this does not move. So I'm going to right click and hit Fix. And that little symbol will appear. That means I cannot move it. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to insert my right side. Again, I'm selecting one time to insert and another time to place. I'm going to confirm it. All right, then I'm going to rotate over. This is where it gets a little tricky here, okay? I'm going to rotate over, and I'm going to fasten this part to the front. So I'm going to hit Fasten Mate, zoom in, and I want to select the middle. And I'm going to fasten that to the middle of my front. I'm going to rotate up just to see if it is correct, which it is. And I'm going to confirm that by hitting the green check. I don't have anything else to fasten right now, so I'm going to cancel Fasten To. And I'm going to insert another right side. And I need to rotate that so that the rabbets are facing inward. So I'm going to click on it, and then I'm going to rotate it 180 degrees. You can type in 180 and hit enter. And then I'm going to join this piece to the front. So I'm going to hit Fasten Mate. I'm going to select the middle. I'm going to rotate over. I'm going to join it to this part right here. That looks good, so I'm going to confirm it by hitting the green check. Again, I have nothing else to fasten right now, so I'm going to hit the X button. And the final thing I need to do is insert my front piece again. So I'm going to hit Insert and then Front, clicking once to insert and another time to place it. Confirm that by hitting the green check. Then I need to rotate this so the rabbits are facing inward. So I'm going to click on it and I'm going to rotate it 180 degrees. Hit Escape. And then I am going to fasten this side to my right and left pieces. So I'm going to hit Fasten Mate. And I'm going to select the middle. Just come over here. I'm going to fasten it to this piece right here in the middle. So I'm going to click again. I'm going to rotate it. All right, that looks pretty good. All right, now one common mistake that students make is their rabbets do not line up. So for example, this blue piece on this side would be on the outer part, and then on this side would be on the inner part. So you need to make sure all of your rabbets are lined up. In this case, they are, so I can go ahead and confirm. And again, there's nothing else to fasten, so I can exit. And I'm going to view it isometrically to make sure everything looks right by right-clicking Isometric. Everything looks good. You'll notice that my rabbits are lined up. All right, everything looks good, so I can go ahead and create my drawing now. To create your drawing, you come down to the plus button, insert new element, create drawing. Again, this is the standard template. You don't want to insert any views right now, so I'm going to hit OK. And from your drawing screen, you are going to insert the isometric view first. So instead of inserting parts, I want to insert assemblies. I'm going to select our assembly we just did. And I'm going to select view orientation. I'm going to change it from front to isometric. I'm going to place my isometric sketch in the upper right corner. And then I'm going to place my front, top, and right side views as well. To do that, I'm going to come up to Insert again. Start with my front view, place it down here. And then I'm going to move my cursor up. This is the top view. I'm going to place my top view. And it only lets you insert 2 drawings at a time. So I need to reinsert by coming up to Insert and then changing my view orientation to right side. And I'm going to place that on the bottom right corner. And then hit Escape to exit out of the drawing, or the Insert command. And the final thing, if you want to, you can right click on the isometric drawing and hit Show Shaded Views. And it will add color to your isometric drawings. Again, that helps you visualize the pieces and the different parts. So again, this was the tutorial on drawing rabbet joints. In the next tutorial, we're going to talk about how to draw dado joints, and I think you're going to see that rabbets and dados are very similar.